Yo, what's up guys? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know, I bought this motorcycle 2 months ago. When I first got it, it was all painted black. It looked like the person that owned it before me just took a can of paint and just painted the whole thing. Didn't tape anything off or nothing like that. As you can tell, there's paint on everything. It's all good though. So I stripped all the paint off and painted it blue. And I love the way it looks. I love the way it came out because I took everything apart, painted it, and scraped all the paint off of the frame and the engine and all that and redid it all. As you can tell, like, this stuff just, look at this, bro. That looks so much freaking better compared to what it used to look like. I mean, it's got a little bit of dew on it, which kind of makes it look like a little dull, but that looks freaking sweet, dude. That looks hella sweet. This motorcycle leaks gas out of the carburetors. When I first got it, I was told that the carburetors needed to be cleaned, but it still ran. For the first 2-3 days, I would come out here and just mess with it. I'd jump start it, start it up, let it run for a little bit. I was excited as hell, but I couldn't rev it. As soon as I revved it up, it died out. After a while, the carburetors just got clogged up or whatever, and then it just no longer would stay running, and then it wouldn't start. And I'm like, all right, well, let me take these carburetors out, freaking clean them, put them back in. Hopefully everything works. So I figured out how to do it. Took the carbs out, cleaned them, put them back in. Noticed that it was leaking. And then I was like, damn, bro, that sucks, dude, because I just spent so much time cleaning them. So I took them out, cleaned them one more time, put them back in. I'm glad that I actually did that because the person that I got this bike from, they actually used Bondo to patch up holes on the gas tank, which actually is a pretty smart idea because it worked. I used Quick Steel and JB Weld, and that did not work, as you can tell right there. But they used Bondo, and Bondo actually worked. But Bondo was in the carburetors. That's probably why the carburetors needed to be cleaned up. So there's a little bit of Bondo dust that was clogged up in one carburetor, which was the first one, the main one. The one right here, this carburetor, the jets were loose, like really loose. So I had to tighten everything back up, but I put everything back together and tried to start the bike. It wouldn't start, so I started leaning on it, and I was leaning it as I was trying to start it, and then it started right up. I revved it up a couple times and it stayed running. Like, I revved it up real high and it stayed running. It didn't cut off or nothing like that. I went to like let loose on the freaking throttle or whatever, and it just died out. So I'm like, all right, well, either this thing's going to start again or it's not. And the reason why it didn't start is because the gas was leaking out. Past 2 months, I've been trying to fix it up, seal it up, stuff like that. Then I just gave up on it, and I haven't messed with this bike for weeks. So it's been sitting here and it's being neglected, which is weird and odd because I usually never neglect any of my shit. The Honda was like the last straw. I honestly had no way to go mess with it or do anything with it. I didn't have the money to fix that car, so it got neglected. This bike is right out here, and I mean, I just bought some things to try to seal up the gas leak. So instead of using the metal hose, I plan on using a rubber fuel hose and just trying to replace it. But kind of gave up on that as well because this guy messaged me saying that he wants to trade his 1982 Yamaha XJ650 for this bike. The only thing is, my bike, in my opinion, looks a lot better because it's got the fairings. I painted the wheels back to black. I didn't make a video, but I painted them. Still got to clean up the chrome. I painted the brake calipers. Still need to clean up the brackets a little bit and the rotor, but painted those, painted all the fairings, got all the paint off of the frame. I painted the engine, and the engine just looks so much better. Put the freaking custom Honda blue on that, all that. His bike was made to look like a chopper. So in my opinion, mine looks a lot better, but honestly it doesn't even matter because I didn't really care what kind of motorcycle I got, as long as I got one that ran and I could ride. That's all that mattered. And for it being a Honda, that's even a major plus because I love Hondas. So this guy's wanting to trade. He said that he rebuilt the carburetors like 2 months ago, but he's been having problems with the gas tank leaking. So he said that he just got a fitting for the gas tank. He just cut a hole in it, put the fitting in, welded it in, and he said that he's been messing with it. That was almost 2 weeks ago. Wednesday will be 2 weeks that he messaged me wanting to trade. In the meantime of me waiting, I was messaging other people trying to see if I can get a Mustang or Toyota Camry with 380,000 miles, but nobody wanted to trade. Everybody was backing out. There's a couple of the freaking Mustangs that had blown head gaskets. I was willing to trade this fucking motorcycle that only needs like $20 fix for a Mustang that had a blown head gasket. And the bad thing about Ford engines is it's just like the V8 engine on my BMW. So you got the crank at the bottom, and you got two timing chains that go up to the cams on the heads, and you have to take those off in order to take the heads off. On a small block Chevy 350 or an LS, the crank and the cam are all in one place. It's all in one sprocket, so you can take the heads off all day long, and you ain't gotta worry about taking the timing chain off. That's why I like Chevy so damn much. But I was willing to do that and fix the car up, but everybody wanted to back out. I think God was actually looking out for me, because that's pretty much biting off more than I can chew. So I don't have all the resources. I don't really have all the money to do all that type of fix or the tools. And if I was to break something, that would suck, because I don't have extractors or anything like that. So yeah, I think God was just looking out for me all those times. But anyway, this dude seems like he's pretty serious about wanting to trade a motorcycle, so that's what I plan on doing. So yeah, this is the 1985 Honda VF500F Interceptor, and his is a 1982 Yamaha XJ650 made to look like a bobber. So yeah, when I get that bike, if the dude actually trades me, I'm going to make it look badass. I'm going to repaint the engine back to black. I'm going to do my own custom touch. Every time I get something, I always do a custom touch to it. I mean, look at my shoes. They're painted to match my bike. But it didn't stick too much because I'm really rough on all my shit. But yeah, this is the bike. That's the plans. I'm actually going to be going back up to Ohio on the 25th. I'm not taking my gun this time, because fuck all that shit. That cop was being a dick when I got pulled over. You guys already seen the video. I'm just gonna leave my gun here. I do have a gun safe that's bolted to the wall and the floor. I might get a video of my car, might be able to drive it. I don't know yet. I don't know if we're going through that town where my car is sitting at. So yeah, I really want to make a video driving it, because you guys love that damn car. I can post a video about this motorcycle. It barely gets 20 views. Post a video about the car, and that damn video blows up. That video that I posted messing with my E30 at BMW thing got like 70 views. It's probably at 100 views right now, and that was like the other day. Alright guys, that's all I got for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.